The Voice fans slam producers for overshadowing winner and focusing entire season 23 finale on Blake Shelton's farewell. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. The Voice fans have accused producers of making the season 23 finale all about Blake Shelton's farewell rather than the winner. The country singer has been appearing on the show since its first season in 2011. Tuesday's The Voice season 23 finale kicked off with tribute after tribute to Blake, 46. Host Carson Daly led segments reflecting on the musician's wins, the show bringing him and his wife Gwen Stefani together, and more. In between, viewers saw the finalists team up with their individual coaches for performances. There were also several guest performers brought on to take the stage. Sing it, not reality. The Voice fans think show is rigged so Blake can get a triumphant send-off. Fans at home couldn't help but notice how much of the show seemed to center on Blake, and they took to Twitter to share their thoughts. Despite seeing a number of performances from finalists throughout the show, some felt it was a little too Blake-heavy. One critic tweeted, "If I was a finalist this season, I would feel away because I feel like the contestants have gotten lost in the finale with so much focus on Blake. We get it, he's leaving." Another wrote, "They really could have announced the winner in the first 10 minutes and then proceeded with all the Blake's last season stuff." A third unhappy viewer tweeted, "Oh, just know, this finale is gonna be all about Blake. Might just turn it off until the end when they announce the winner." Bias for Blake. Prior to the episode airing, critics shared yet another concern online. Some viewers floated a theory that the show was rigged in Blake's favor. Fans of the show and critics of Blake took to Twitter to express their frustration with the show and their thoughts on the finale. One wrote, "My conspiracy theory mind thinks this season is rigged for Blake, but Gina Miles is excellent and deserves to win. She's got my vote." Another tweeted, "If Blake's team wins tonight, it's rigged because the amount of people voting for Gina is insane. The Voice is clearly rigged for Blake to win his last season," added a third. A fourth fan said, "If Blake wins The Voice this season, then the show is absolutely rigged." Blake. In a statement, Blake addressed the fact that he is leaving the show, saying that it simply felt like the right time to move on. He said at the time, "I've been wrestling with this for a while, and I've decided that it's time for me to step away from The Voice after season 23. This show has changed my life in every way for the better, and it will always feel like home to me. It's been a hell of a ride over these 12 years of chair turns, and I want to thank everyone at The Voice from NBC, every producer, the writers, musicians, crew, and catering people. You are the best. It takes a lot of work, passion, and adult beverages, to pull off a live show twice a week. I've made lifelong bonds with Carson and every single one of my fellow coaches over the years, including my wife, Gwen. I have to give a huge shout out to the singers, the voices who come on this stage season after season and amaze us with their talent, and a special thanks to those who chose me to be their coach. Party Staritis, feeling blue. Lastly, it's about y'all, the fans who watch and support these artists, us coaches, and everyone at The Voice chasing their dreams. It wouldn't happen without you." The Voice's season finales have long been a spectacle of talent, emotion, and celebration, culminating in a grand reveal of the latest champion. However, the season 23 finale, which aired in 2025, left many fans scratching their heads and expressing frustration over the producer's choice of focus. Instead of providing an even spotlight to the finalists and the crowning moment, much of the episode was dedicated to Blake Shelton's farewell, overshadowing the winner's moment. Blake Shelton, one of the longest-standing coaches on The Voice, announced earlier in the season that season 23 would be his last, ending his decade-plus run on the show. Fans and contestants alike were aware that his exit would be a significant event, and the show delivered on this promise, dedicating much of the finale's runtime to bidding him adieu. While the tribute to Shelton was heartfelt and deserved, many viewers felt that this overshadowed the season's actual winner, diminishing what should have been a monumental moment. Moments of the finale, it became clear that this episode would not follow the usual finale format. Typically, the season finale of The Voice is a mix of performances from the finalists, guest appearances, and the dramatic culmination of the competition, where the winner is revealed in a flurry of excitement and celebration. This time, however, the finale felt more like a tribute to Blake Shelton, with the spotlight continually shifting back to him. Shelton's farewell was punctuated with multiple emotional segments, including highlights from his past seasons, interviews with former contestants, and musical performances dedicated to his legacy. fans were treated to montage after montage of Shelton's moments on the show, his iconic interactions with fellow coaches, his witty banter, and his mentorship of countless artists. It was clear that The Voice wanted to send him off in style, giving him the proper send-off after more than 20 seasons. While this sentiment was understandable, many viewers felt that the show overdid it. The attention to Shelton's departure, combined with frequent callbacks to his career on the show, left little room for the finalists to shine. Instead of focusing on the culmination of the competition and the announcement of the winner, the audience was subjected to long moments that celebrated Blake's career. As the show unfolded, social media lit up with reactions, with many fans commenting on how the finale seemed to be more about Blake Shelton than the contestants. Some expressed their frustration, saying that the focus on the coach, while understandable, made the winner's crowning moment feel like an afterthought. The real concern from fans was that the actual winner of season 23 received limited airtime and attention. As the clock ticked down to the final moments, it became clear that the grand reveal would be rushed. The winner, who had worked tirelessly throughout the season to earn their spot in the finale, was given just a few fleeting seconds of recognition before the show quickly moved back to another tribute to Blake Shelton. One fan on Twitter summed up the sentiment: "Blake Shelton is a legend, but this was supposed to be the winner's moment. Why did we get so little of them? It's like they didn't even matter." The lack of focus on the winner was particularly jarring because of the incredible talent showcased throughout the season. Each finalist had poured their heart and soul into their performances, and it was expected that they would receive a climactic and emotional moment in the spotlight. Instead, the winner's moment was almost secondary, with little time for the typical post-win celebration. There was no room for an in-depth interview, no emotional reunion with their coach, and no opportunity for the audience to truly absorb the significance of the win. This left many fans feeling that the producers missed an opportunity to properly honor the contestants and their hard work. While Blake Shelton's departure was certainly a significant moment in The Voice's history, the fans felt that the finale was a disservice to the artistry and determination of the contestants who had competed for weeks to reach that moment. As expected, the social media world erupted with mixed reactions after the finale aired. Fans of Blake Shelton expressed their appreciation for the tribute, celebrating his contributions to the show. However, the majority of comments came from viewers who felt that the producers had gone too far in making the finale about Shelton and not enough about the contestants. Many fans took to Twitter and Instagram to voice their disappointment. Some expressed their admiration for Shelton, but emphasized that the focus of the episode should have been on the winner. One fan wrote, "I get that Blake is a legend, but it's the season finale. Why is the winner being treated like an afterthought?" Others echoed the sentiment, stating that they tuned in to celebrate the end of the season and the crowning of a new champion, not to watch a love letter to Blake Shelton. A smaller segment of fans defended the tribute, arguing that Shelton deserved to have the finale dedicated to his exit. After all, his departure marked the end of an era for The Voice. These fans pointed out that Blake's impact on the show was undeniable, and it would have been difficult to say goodbye without a proper send-off. Blake Shelton's farewell was well-earned. "He's been with the show since the beginning, and it's only right they give him the send-off he deserves," said one fan in a comment defending the episode's focus on the coach. Ultimately, the divide between fans was clear: those who wanted to celebrate the winner and those who wanted to honor Blake Shelton's legacy. While fans were vocal in their disappointment, some may be wondering what led to the producers' decision to shift the focus so heavily toward Blake Shelton. Could it be that The Voice's producers were trying to strike a balance between the emotional farewell for Shelton and the usual finale excitement? Perhaps they felt that the coach's departure was too important a moment to simply brush aside, especially given that Shelton had been a staple of the show for over a decade. It's also possible that the show's producers underestimated how much the fans would care about the winner's moment, assuming that Blake's farewell would be the main emotional draw. The Voice, after all, is known for its powerful coach-mentor dynamics, and Shelton's exit was always going to be one of the most talked about aspects of the season. But in doing so, they risked alienating the audience who had been rooting for the contestants and were eager to see the culmination of their journeys. As one anonymous insider close to the show shared, the producers were aware that this would be an emotional farewell for Blake, and they wanted to ensure it was done right. But at the same time, there was a delicate balance that didn't quite land. The finale ended up feeling like an extended tribute, and that took away from the contestants. As season 23's finale concluded, the question on many fans' minds was, what's next for The Voice? With Blake Shelton's departure, the show will undoubtedly face a shift in tone and direction in the upcoming seasons. Shelton's dynamic with fellow coaches and contestants was a cornerstone of the show, and his absence will likely be felt in a big way. The finale debacle also raised questions about whether the show is losing sight of what its fans truly care about. Are the contestants no longer the primary focus of the show? Will the next season lean too heavily into the coach drama, sidelining the artistry of the singers? These are important considerations for The Voice as it moves forward. While the finale of season 23 may have been a misstep in terms of focus, it also highlighted how much viewers care about the heart of the show, the contestants. Moving forward, The Voice's producers may need to recalibrate and make sure that they are balancing the personal stories of their coaches with the equally important journey of their talented contestants. In conclusion, while Blake Shelton's farewell was a significant moment in The Voice's history, it shouldn't have come at the expense of the season's winner. The producer's decision to focus almost exclusively on Shelton left many fans disappointed and upset that the finale felt less like a celebration of the season's journey and more like an extended goodbye to one coach. As The Voice moves forward, it will need to find a way to properly honor its coaches while ensuring that the contestants and their stories remain the heart and soul of the show. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.